Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexander, also known as Andreyevitz, and on today's stream, I will most certainly going to finish off the leveling process with a Wind Druid. Starting from the beginning of Act 5, to be more precise, it's from the second quest, because I already completed the first quest, and moving onwards directly until the end of the quest line, and also I will complete, or at least will try to complete the cow level 2. Afterwards, I will give these characters like overview, my thoughts about it, what do I think of him when it comes to hell difficulty, his performance, and so on and so forth. And just going to be concluding today's stream and probably maybe giving you a hint or two at what characters I will be playing on tomorrow's stream. I currently have like two options depending on with which I will stick. I'm currently not sure like what kind of gear and items I will be needing to have for those characters. I will select one or the other, but that's going to be towards the end of the stream. Right now I will begin this leveling process or continue onwards, but don't forget that you have missed the previous parts. You can watch some of them here in the video on demand section or on MightyBrosky YouTube channel, link to which you will find in the separate tab section below this Twitch player, where you will always have something to watch related to Diablo 2, and not only, like VODs, highlights, explanation of game mechanics videos, certain guides, and so on and so forth. So if you haven't checked them out beforehand, now you know where to find them. Additionally, there's also a Patreon page where for as little as $1 per month you can watch up until 3 exclusive videos that are coming way ahead of their planned release time for our YouTube channel that me and my brother share. And yeah, if you are interested, you can join the Patreon support page. As far as the rest of the stuff goes, if you want to check us live like me, for instance, or my brother, I stream on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, typically in the first half of the day, some only rarely in the second half of the day. And as for my brother, he streams on Wednesday and Friday from 8 to 12 AM Eastern European Time, UTC +2. Alright, enough talk. Let's actually... What? Buff and summon. Enough talk, let's actually do this. I already opened the portal in the Frigid Highlands. Now I'm not going to bother rescuing the barbarians. I will simply go already until in the cave to the point where I will get the quest to rescue Anya. Of course, along the way, it's a good idea to still kill some elites. I would gladly want to have her Arachnid Smash. But truth be told, most likely I will not going to get 5 levels up until the end of this difficulty. Like, there's no way. Sanders not bad, but I already have them. So, just sticking to the borders of the map will help. Hey, I think that a portion of the damage from those type of archers will be actually blocked due to the fact that they have combined like elemental damage and physical damage on them. Yes, full rejuvenation potions, gimme. Here I know what to level up. Oh, I can put 1 extra point in Cyclone's Armor, sure. Don't mind if I do. Let's actually recast it. And resummon Bear, because it does look like he took some damage. Going onwards. Yeah, it's such a great thing when you don't have enemies that are immune. I will talk about it for sure in the character's overview once I will complete the hell difficulty. But it's such a great thing if enemies don't have physical immunity or cold immunity, because it's either you will lose like 30% of your damage or good like 60 or 70% of your damage, depending on to which damage type they are immune. Yes, you can bypass or break, I should say, at least cold immunity when you will get your Merc and Infinity, but looked like there was some kind of elite. But it actually was a mistake. But the thing is, you won't be able to do the same if enemies are physical immune. There's a lead back, sure. Lighting enchanted too. Feel like we summon the spirit. Got him. I need to be careful not only against Lost Souls and Lost Souls. I remember that when my brother completed Hell difficulty with his bows on, he had some struggles against Minotaurs, you know, with Double Swing and Frenzy, and most certainly I will also struggle against them, especially if they'll be like extra fast, which makes it even harder for me to not necessarily kill them, but you know, like if they start pummeling against me with their attacks and transform me into like hit recovery status, it's gonna be difficult to deal with all of this. Hey, actually I wanna go there. Okay. There's another elite pack. Actually 2, but who cares? 3. No, never mind, there were regular archers. Mistakes. I mistook them for other minions. Yes, I'm still going to wanna try to collect Superior Warhammer, like I and that's a hint at which character I will probably going to play right after I will finish with Wind Druid. The thing is, I try to make and then a 3-socketed Knaut or Warhammer to be able to make a Black Rune Ward inside of it, but I failed 2 times. I failed both with... Oh, there's immune to cold. Feels bad. At least they are so weak against physical damage. So, yeah, I tried 2 times. 1 time with Knaut, the other time with Warhammer, and both of those times I did not succeed. Like, I ended up having 2 sockets and 4 sockets. Whereas when Black Rune Ward, you need to have, with Black Rune Ward, you need to have 3 sockets. If you try to socket it with Larzul, there's also another problem. Those guys have double immunities, okay. Larzul adds sockets all the way up until like the maximum number of it, and as far as Knaut and Warhammer goes, like he is going to give you 5. Which is something that, again, I don't want. You get the idea. Okay, sticking to the left side of things, just ignoring as much the other stuff as I can. With the exception, of course, champions. There's like juicy amount of... They will always give juicy amounts of experience, so better not to skip them. Plus, they're so easy to kill in comparison to minion pack, typically. Recast Hurricane, onwards. Now, as far as this presentation that happened yesterday, you know, developer live stream, or how this is called, like, precisely, like, my opinion about it, I'm not terribly, like, excited of the future of Diablo 2, simply because there was so little concrete information. There was just water, you know. Yes, there had been some concrete examples of what they will plan to change, what will remain the same, but it's just so fewer and far in between, and whenever Llama tried to ask them for some like concrete details, not necessarily the date when it gets released, like just what do they plan to do, like at the end of the day. Each time he receives an answer, it's like, oh, we don't know yet, we will see, it's not going to happen fast, and so on and so forth. And, you know, like, it's hard to get excited if you constantly hear, not constantly, but if most of your, it's a little extra fast, most of your presentation is just PowerPoint slides with next to no concrete information, and it's just random stuff that they are planning to present and doesn't really give you anything concrete at the end of the day. Maybe at the beginning of the next year, like they have said, we will get exact details, you know, like exact numbers. Because here's the thing, like, I will give you the example. Like, they are saying that, okay, like, with Sorceress, you will be able to use Fire Hydra. Yes, Fire Hydra. Without any kind of cooldown. Like, you can spawn them up until, I think, 5 or 6 of them. And there's gonna be no delays when you do this. That's great, but the problem with Hydras is not necessarily it wasn't only with the fact that you felt a little bit weak because you couldn't like spam the entire screen with them. It's because with Fire Hydra you was using Fire Bolt, which is like tier 1 spell, and it does so little damage. Like if... Okay, I thought there's gonna be Elite Pack. If everything stays the same, the thing that you will be able to just spam your Fire Hydras is not going to be... It's not going to mean anything like too impactful at the end of the day, because it's gonna be the same Firebolt. Maybe if the scale will be greater, maybe if they will tune up the scale to the point that it will become like far greater damaging option, then I would understand it. But as it stands right now, the fact that they have said, oh, you'll be able to spam Hydras, I'm not terribly excited about it, you know. I'm still like, so what? Same thing with Thorns, you know. Oh, like this time around your Thorns, they will retaliate, the skill will going to do damage backwards to the enemies, even if enemies will miss. That's cool, but again, the problem is not necessarily this. The problem is the skill. The damage on the skill was pretty weak in comparison to the other stuff. See what I mean? Like, it's good stuff, but at the same time, it's nothing too concrete. I mean, some stuff is good, but you would want to hear more concrete information, like details, examples, and so on and so forth. Which is why, like, my brother made a good comparison, and... Okay. And I'm going to make... Whoa. Jesus. Of course, immune to physical, yeah, because why wouldn't it be, right? That's why I was scared of Minotaurs, and for a good reason. Immune to those full rejuvenation potions will sure come in handy at the end of the day, as you can see. So yeah, where was I? Like, you would want to hear more concrete information at all times, not just in this press conference, in any other point in your life, instead of just hearing, we'll do this when, who knows what will happen exactly, we don't know yet, and so on and so forth. It's like, well... whatever. Like, this is just my reactions. Like, what I expected more, of course, for sure I expected more. It's a good start, but again, like, I want more concrete information. Just my point of view. Okay, a place where I would fight an elite pack, which spawned behind for some reason. Who cares? Just kill them all. Can I make full rejuvenation potions? I can if I do this. Roll this hammer for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then let me pick up the hammer back.
Not enough money.
Oh great. Just casually hit me once and I'm out of mana. Thank God I can kill him pretty fast. Of course I want full rejuvenation potions. Give me more of those. See, it's good thing that my Hurricane staggers them, and when Grizzly actually knocks them, you see he's also getting staggered. The problem is it's only good against singular targets. Once like they are in a huge pack, I would have to play very carefully. Speaking of, Sure, I can bait them to attack my summons, which is great, instead of myself or my merc. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, it's still a little bit clunky. Especially once the Hurricane just decides to casually move the other side of the map. Not Hurricane, excuse me, Oak Spirit. Hopefully I will not encounter them too many times. Especially in places where I would go to kill like melee attack. Or in a Bales like Throne Room. That's a hit. Okay. It's nice that I can also freeze them, you know? It's not only stagger them with Hurricane, but also freeze them with Hurricane. Can you? Yeah, I'm forced to take some hits. Otherwise my Merc will die. Wait, let me go back and just click on the well to remove this curse from us. Something tells me that I'm still going in the wrong no, Glacial Trail is something where I need to go. No, Crystalline Passage. Glacial Trail is the area that will eventually lead me to the Ancients. Got it. So I would have to explore some more of those cave systems. Fine. I'll get some XP afterwards. Yeah, three of them, sure. You know, it's actually not the brightest of ideas to let them activate their frenzy from me and then just wail on my allies. Not wail. Attack my allies. Because this will allow them to kill my allies faster. My summons, my merc, etc. Come on, like, it's so hard to... Yeah. My resistances are not terribly ecstatic too, so it's like... Especially against fire, this is what allows them to do even more damage that I would prefer. Did we kill them? Yay, we did it. But again, it's not the right passage. Got to go onwards. I'll try to hide behind my bear. That's good. It seems like the strategy is working. Just hide behind the bear. Let them do everything for you. Okay, another dead end. Let me guess, the entrance to the cave is gonna be to the right. Yep, there it is. Not necessarily directly from the right, but yeah, I have to make some backtracking. Okay, we cast everything. While I'm at it. Nope, nothing here. Good old teleportation enemies. Yeah. You hit me. As long as you're not like elites, I'm gonna be okay. Even though previously I attacked and killed champions. Misha, can you go here and tank? Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's a neat trick that you can use yourself if you want enemies to immediately aggro on your summons. You can just resummon them directly at enemies' faces. And because of this, enemies will most certainly prioritize your summons over your character, unless you're standing like in point blank range. Okay, that seems like it's the right way to go. So I guess if I'll go there, I will be able to open up a waypoint. Fine. It's not too much of a backtracking, so let's do it. I wish that I would have something like a berserk to break the immunities to physical damage, but no. Not gonna happen. The left? Yeah, there it is. Fine. Honestly, I'm not too worried about like lost souls. Yeah, they will most certainly going to outrange me, just like it had happened already in Act 4, but as long as I will keep my summons as a bait, plus as long as I will keep rebuffing myself with Cyclone Armor, I should be good to go. Now where would I go next? Not here, definitely. As long as I will not going to get cursed too. Wait, who the hell cursed? Ah, got it, Harpies. It's like, I was wondering, there's no elite packs, then who the hell cursed us? Okay. Extra careful. I mean, yeah, they're immune to cold, but they can die easily from tornadoes. There's some more lost souls. Let's get rid of this pack here too. Where are they? There they are. Champion. Doesn't really matter. Okay, where are the rest of you? Pesky little boogers. See how easy it is to defeat them? Like, the only thing that Lost Souls have are just range. Well, and damage, but if your resistances are good enough, you can mitigate some of it. Especially if you have damage absorption on the character. Damage absorption or damage reduction helps. Let me go next. To the left or there? Let's go here. You can kill my spirit as much as you want. I'll quickly resummon him. It's not that big of a deal. Just made a big circle. Got it. What's up with the Yetis? Take a look at how many of them are here. Yetis galore. Oh, elite? Who cares? Both of us cannot be frozen and you'll not do tremendous damage against us. As long as my armor will protect me. Wow, evil earned one champion. Pathetic. Would have been more, could have been at least an elite pack. There's another dead end. And seems like it's... I cannot go anywhere from here to resummon everybody. Old enchanted. Can you please tank? Misha? No. Guess not. Because there's lost souls literally behind them. Fine, let's backtrack a bit. I got rid of the slow aura. Now I need to just charge, but while charging I need to cast my summons in front of me so that they will tank the major bulk of damage. Like this. Just keep resummoning them and then just advance. Yeah, it's not going to be all that pretty. Especially once you're cursed, but... Where are you? There you are. Next. Just keep summoning them in their face. Got him. That worked. Did I miss any potions by any chance here? Scroll of Town Portal. Yeah, I did. Some of them. Not all, just some. Okay, so this seems like it's the right way to go, but I want to go back because I had seen there an evil urn, and I can kill an elite over there to get some extra XP too. I might as well kill those lost souls too. Glooms. Oh, it's a gem shrine. Cool. Almost diamond. Don't mind if I do. Where was this evil urn? There it is. Let's click on it. See what happens. Yo! Extra fast? No. No extra. Yep. Gotta take it slow one more time. 1, 2, 3, resummon. 1. Gotta get rid of their meat shields, you know, the ones that are protecting them and cursing our minions. See? If they're standing far away, yeah, I understand it, but... Can you stop? Why do you run? Coward. It's like they're already dead, so it's just they're trying to prolong the inevitable. Okay, got him. See, it works. It's slow, granted. It's not something that you can do with this with the click buttons. Damn. Okay, wait, I can deal damage to them from here? That's a surprise. Hell is a Shadow Blade? Haven't heard this name. Haven't seen and heard this name. More glooms. Yay. Wait, I forgot to check. Pick up and check Grand Charm. Just let's help armor, I suppose. Another evil urn. Yeah, there it is. You stupid good for nothing harpy. Die already. There we go. Click on this, quickly kill whatever comes from the urn. Thank you. I do have some extra healing potions. Yep. Not too shabby, I can say. Of course, rescuing honey is gonna be... Well, you know, it depends on what type of monsters I will face once I want to go for an melee attack. It could be super easy, it could be annoying and difficult. Yes, even more annoying than fighting with glooms. Oh my god, like... Guys. Oh, I just aggroed Elite Pack along with Blooms. Got it. I didn't realize that previously. Yeah, yes, I know that you're immune to cold, it's just that my tornadoes, yeah, they don't hit them. Now they are. That was ridiculous. So much attack simply missed because my tornadoes were not hitting him at all. Guess I came to Anya from the others. No, it's actually only this side was the correct one. Okay, go talk. Go grab the potion. And go backwards and boost my resistances, which is gonna be helpful, definitely. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yes, nearly attack freeze, frozen her. Got it. Backwards. Grab the scroll. Thank you, thank you. Yes, boosted up my resistances. Not by a lot, but it still helps. Now I would want to... Amazon skill levels, really? For each Amazon, be not bad to buy those. Actually, it depends on... It depends if you haven't found Thunderstroke just yet. Okay, here, Superior Warhammer, talk with you, repair some stuff. And then let's go and kill a melee attack.
You have thanked me, Litha.
I am overburdened.
What did she give to me? Boy, it's terrible. You know, I just want to literally drop it here and forget about its existence. Rebuff. Let's go. Fast charge to ignore all the zombies.
You can't hide from me.
Of course, they are immune to cold. Of course, they are doing massive amounts of damage with their charge attack. What you're gonna do, it's something that I have to eat.
I can't carry anymore.
Nobody cares about those zombies. Let's step inside. Hey, a skiller. Not bad. Let me actually recast it to get more HP. And just buff myself more in general. Okay. Demons are not bad. Okay. Those are not bad simply because they are not immune to cold. I already see mana burn and cold immune over there. And some teleportation, of course, because why not? Okay, it does seems like the first floor have very...
I can't carry anymore.
beginner-friendly enemies, if I can call them that way. Is what they're gonna do, like just run up to you and die. Cold immune, except for this guy. And I can hit him with tornadoes. Now I can. Okay, did I got every minion here?
I can't carry anymore.
Yep, I did. Oh, if only... Yes, they have said that they're gonna buff the fire spells. There's an extra fast to the right. Does seem like it. They said that they will buff the fire specs on the Druid. But again, didn't make any kind of like concrete number examples, you know. I don't know if it's gonna be as viable as like Wind Druid, to be honest. Even though Wind Druid already like does have some drawback if you don't have Infinity. Or if you encounter physical immune, so... How much they will buff it and how powerful it become, only time will tell. but I honestly don't think it's gonna be like super, not competitive, but you know, like very strong and end game viable. Maybe as when it comes to like leveling, but you already have like for leveling, if you haven't checked, I leveled with the Druid like through normal and major portion, like initial 3x on nightmare difficulty by using Fisher exclusively. So it's like, okay, I did exactly this without having that much of a problem with him. So I don't know what kind of buff he needs to have with fire spells. Maybe some kind of penetration. You know, something like Cold Mastery has? Maybe it will be like inherently placed, attached to certain fire spells to make them more like endgame viable. But then again, you would have to have, like, without Infinity, your fire spells are gonna be totally useless on Hell difficulty, because like there's millions of fire immune monsters, and what you gonna do to them? Literally, even if your spell will do incredible amounts of damage, without Infinity, it's garbage. Like, you will never gonna break immunity. So that's that. Seems like I had went in the wrong direction. Just saying. Yeah, also tired of getting poisoned. Oh, elite pack. Never mind. Died even before I was able to read like what kind of stats do they have. So where would I go next if the bottom area doesn't contain any like entrances to the next floor? Maybe it's like to the top? For Arachnid Smash, if you are wondering, you need to be at level 80 to wear it. I'm currently at 76, excuse me. Okay, it's not the correct way. What if I go here? Hidden stashes, okay. More mages, more gorillas. Did I just skip over Totemic Mask? Hold on. Let me double check. No. Hawk Helm. I mean, I could check it just to see if it has... No, it doesn't have anything. The thing is that, just like with White Rune Ward, you can get lucky and find a helmet with +2 or +3 to tornado skills. Then you can imbue it with Charcy for a chance to have even more bonuses to tornado skills. I don't know if it's gonna be more viable in comparison to Shaco helmet that I already have. I got some tigulated mail, I'll check what it is. But as the alternative option or an option for leveling, sure, why not? I probably know what it is. Increase the attack speed, open its dexterity. Oh. I don't know. But I also wanted to pick it up. No, not the Ral Rune. Actually, no. It's okay, since I'm gonna be using it to try and make like 3-socketed Warhammer. Why not? Another dead end. Wonderful. It's gonna be another one of those instances where I would have to thoroughly explore all kinds of corridors and rooms before eventually not figuring, but locating the correct way. Oh, champions, sure. Bring them in.
I can't carry you.
Cryptic Axe. Is it ethereal? Let's see. No, it's not. Cryptic Axe, I think it's only worth if it's ethereal item. Everything else is just meh. course, it also has to have correct number of sockets for you to sell it, because nobody will... Well, actually, if you will collect, like, the... I don't know. Can you make a socketed item from material version? I think you still can, so... Yeah, like, it's gonna be possible. Manually or from Larzu. There we go. The entrance was literally at the top. Okay, second floor. Also not very, like, dangerous enemies. Yeah, zealots, sure. Lusts, no, it's not Lust Souls, Jesus. Those are healers, standing on the back line. Guardians are a little bit more annoying, but since there are not that many undeads that they could resurrect here, it's alright. I don't think there's gonna be any, like, Lost Souls or Lost Dolls, just saying. Immune to fire, who cares? I'm doing cold and physical, so your immune to fire doesn't mean that much. Okay, I need to actually get some potions here in my belt. I have a decent protection against their projectiles. Not as great in comparison to, like, a bone necro, but a decent enough thing. Elite pack. With immunities to cold, but not to physical. If only my tornado can hit them. If only my tornado can hit them. Stone skin. Okay, that's understandable. Why it doesn't take as much damage as I would hope it does. It doesn't deal as much damage as I would hope it does otherwise. Healing, healing. Let's move onwards. Nope. Dead end. Again, I need to go for the mages first. Go and kill them, then it's gonna be much easier. Oh, champion. Sure, let's kill them too. Please, tornadoes work. Got him. Okay, and as for summoning, Oak Sage. More HP, please.
I am overburdened.
So the entrances is not there. Let's check the other side. The top right. The hell? Die already. Every time, like, when I'm standing right next to the enemies, but I'm not doing damage to them despite tornadoes are flying at them, that's because, unfortunately, I'm missing. It's not because my damage is not enough or anything else, because I'm simply missing. I didn't check Large Charm, and I also should have checked Grand Charm as well, because you may never know when you're going to find skillers. No, that's not it, obviously. I also shouldn't be afraid of getting hit by Blizzard once again. Cannot be frozen and empty and all the other stuff. Well, Flawless Sapphire, I'll definitely want this. 2 tornadoes hit him, he was getting staggered, and then the next 3 flew in the random direction. Okay, it's not at the top, then I would have to go at the bottom. Immune to magic, extra strong.
Thanks.
I don't know why, but I noticing already, not the first time, that whenever my merc is leveling up, he's having like massive health dips for some reason, as if somebody's like attacking him. Maybe it is connected somehow with the fact that I am using like Oak Spirit. Perhaps, I mean, I don't know for sure. It's a far stretch, like it's definitely a wild guess, but it did not happen only once, it happened multiple times before. Oh yes, just summon everybody here and for no reason. Oh, well, other than evil urns, so I guess fighting another elite, it's not going to be a waste of time after all. If there were any. No, there were. It's actually one back with fanaticism or... if only they would stop running away. And curse too. Okay, got him.
I can't carry it.
Got him. Well, let's charge for the mages. One mage down, got guardian down too. Now those two. Get out of there. I wanna pick up full rejuvenation potions, and yes, I can do this. I haven't seen unique jewels in a while. I wonder where are they?
I am overburdened.
And yeah, of course, when it comes to like this new patch and some weird stuff that they were trying to come up with, I'm talking about more so excuses that, oh, we cannot implement, you know, more stash space, or giving you the option to create more characters because it's like creates a bigger load on the server. You know, it's an excuse. Why do I know it's an excuse? That's because the server status, the servers themselves are trash. Like literally, the servers are so trash to the point I can compare this to Final Fantasy, you know, not the situation itself, but with the Final Fantasy, if you haven't heard, that they have limited the option to create, to register multiple accounts, because of the fact that this MMORPG became so popular and more people were trying to log in and constantly inviting them, their friends, their family members, and so on and so forth, and servers cannot take those masses of people. Whereas in Diablo 2, we have a decline of, we had and we still having decline of popularity. And even with that said, even with this decline, you know, saying stuff like, oh, we cannot allow you to... Okay, I actually got to me. What? Oh, mana burn, okay, I got it. We cannot allow you to create, like, multiple... more characters, you know, having stacked, having the ability to stack your runes, to stack other, like, items that you would want to, because otherwise our servers cannot handle that. Just say it blatantly, our servers suck. Sorry, guys, but until we get better equipment, we will not going to apply many of the QoL changes that you are begging us to do. As simple as that. Oh, yeah, it's hell difficulty. Wait, what am I doing? It's like corpse explosion, duh. Melee attack and no corpse explosion. Yeah, see, he's already started doing this. Ow. Yeah. I get it. So just, it's easier to bait those, like, high spawns closer to them, and then... Oh, it's probably dead. I thought it was, like, melee attack. Okay.
I am overburdened.
Where the hell is melee attack? Oh, wait, he's standing at the backside of the room? Okay. That's weird. Yeah. You know? Got him. Nobody is near me. Like, if I'm gonna die, like, afterwards, that's gonna be so... Like, nobody's literally near me. See? Nobody.
I am overburdened.
But sometimes things can happen, like my brother have showed in one of his previous videos, that once some enemies are still present on the screen, even when melee attack has died, you could actually get killed. Okay, back to the town. Talk to Anya, then I'll most certainly going to personalize my Heart of the Oak I had made.
You have stopped.
Yay, I stopped melee attack. Yes, you are certain. Right. Did I get something extra? I think I did, I just haven't paid attention. Oak Sage and Raven, it was present. Damage to replenish life. Something added. Okay, it's like, it's not so significant. Okay, let's go for the Ancients. But first and foremost, I will put all the stones that I've collected and some runes inside my stash. Boss call? Yeah. So it's 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Give me that, perfect. Okay, sapphire. Diamond. More sapphires. And amethysts. So the recipe for trying to get random number of sockets on the items is as follows. You have 1 perfect amethyst, you have to have Ral and Amrune. So you put them with your item in the Haradri queue with the item that you're trying to roll a random number of sockets on. And hope for the best, I guess. Okay, so it's like a Ral room and Stool room. I shouldn't have kept this small charm. Let me actually just sell it. So yeah, basically two types of enemies I'm worried about, like those Minotaurs and ghosts. I guess I can add to the list like Lost Souls simply because of the fact that as a close range caster, you remember, like, I don't want to have the same thing happen to me that what happened in Act 3, you know, when I was going through the Flare dungeon. 3 regular Lost Souls, 3 or 4, I think it was 3, came out at me. I used 1 tornado, I killed all of them, but then I died. Because they have, you know, corpse explosion which activates upon that, and you standing too close to them you are making yourself vulnerable because of this. So yeah, it wasn't really pleasant. Well, thankfully I cleared everything in this cave. Now I need to go to the to the left corner of the map to get to the next cave, and from that Frozen Tundra, then it's to the Ancients. I also wonder how easy or hard is gonna be fighting this character versus Ancients. I suppose, like, I can deal with them having cold immune, but if it's like physical immune, I think I will reset the fight simply because yeah, Hurricane is like 30% of your damage, but Tornadoes are good like 70% or okay, 35 and 65. So if they are physically immune, it's gonna be very rough to the point of it being almost impossible to deal with them. Okay, let's go. Let's explore this place. Yetis. Yetis are fine. As long as they're not Minotaurs. Armor Shrine, sure. Skellies are also fine. Especially the ones that shoot magic. Oh, yeah. Speaking about something that they will change, I am also excited to see how will they buff, just how much, and how will they buff in general skeleton mages. But you know, once again, the problem with skeleton mages, when it comes to... Okay, there's mana burn too. The problem with skeleton mages when it comes to hell difficulty, it's just the same thing as with fire spec as a whole. Resistances and immunities. There's a ton of like resistant enemies on this difficulty, and yeah, like I don't know how much they will need to buff up the numbers on the skeleton mages to make them viable, you know, when it comes to hell difficulty. Because that's the only... Not because like they're squishy or anything like that. Yes, you can make them as tough as skeleton warriors, or at least as tough, but they won't be doing any damage. Like Might Aura, somebody having from there. To the right, I suppose. Yeah. Yetis? Yes, Yetis having Might Aura. And also Lighting Enchanted. But once again, thanks to my Brave Bear, you see, he like charges at them, he forces them to actually move away. And look, he was going ham against him in the corner. Good stuff.
I can't carry.
Because I don't think, you know, if the number increase is not going to be super big, I don't think that just slightly improving their damage is going to matter that much when it comes to hell difficulty for summoner necromancers. Like, they will still not going to use them in general. Like, they would always prefer warriors over them. Will prefer and will stick to warriors over them. Of course, I'm gonna be cursed for the second time. The charge attack of my bear, it's like good and bad at the same time. It's good when you're fighting against guys that you know are dangerous, when they are coming at you, like Minotaurs, for instance, coming at you in melee range. But at the same time, your tornadoes cannot cover full screen, so it's extra fast. Yeah, by the looks of it. Was extra fast. Now they're dead. If only my tornadoes would hit them.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. More creepers. Honestly, those creepers are a joke. I'm trying to look for Evil Urn. Cannot see anything. I hear another aura. Guess let me grab Resistant Shrine first. Oh, Cold Enchanted with Lighting Enchanted. Wonderful. I mean, I'm not that scared myself.
I can't carry.
A lot of Yetis. Again, from my point of view, better to face them than Minotaurs or Lost Souls. Huh? I don't remember this place. I mean, sure, it's a treasure chest, also with some skeletons that are immune. Got another tool rune and full rejuvenation potion. Sure, let's do it like this. Yay. Hooray for pointless field play. Alright, but that's not the exit. Or the waypoint. This is also not the exit or the waypoint. It's just an optional cave. Now, do I dare to go in this cave? For the sake of extra experience, I would say yeah, let's do it. You could encounter a lot of elites here. And on hell difficulty. There's one pack. Like, let's count how many of them. There's one elite pack.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm not gonna go in the center. I want to clear the edges of the map first. There's Evil Urn, which in return makes it so I will probably face either a champion pack or another elite pack. Let's see. Elite pack, there's second. Right. There's the third one. But no, not the third one. Those are just ghosts. I would prefer not to face them. Spoke too soon. I definitely spoke too soon. Ay.
Thanks.
Just because, you know, hurricane and all of this nonsense. I mean, not hurricane and immune to physical. But I got him, nonetheless. Even though all of us were cursed. I want to check the small charm, but at the same time I also want to pick up this ruby. Nah, want to strength. Not worth it. Okay, continue sticking to the edges of the map, and there's another ghost pack. Also, yeah, they all have by default mana burn. It's just I was trying to check the other modifiers. Okay, stop throwing ghosts. Let's actually get the well and remove the curse from us. Yes. Here there's another elite over there. No. Not yet, at least. So that's like the fourth pack already. Fifth. Champions. Immune to poison. Actually, see, like, there's champions over there too. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to attack them with tornado. More ghosts. Misha, you stand in their way. Got him. You sticking to the corner. More ghosts. Tile room. Don't really need it. But I will pick up Whole Skull. Okay, anybody I missed there? I guess I cannot go there. So let's go at the center and see what I missed in the center of the map. Champions. Sure. More. Anybody else? Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah. So as you can see, on hell difficulty, it's definitely worth it to get here. Depending on your build, you can kill them like faster or slower, but in general, the amount of experience that you will I will stick with fire resist. That you will have in this in those caves, it's a lot. It's a lot to actually ignore. It's a lot to just ignore, so I would advise you not to ignore it, not to skip those caves and go inside. Okay, going to the bottom. Where's my bear? I got some kind of ancient armor, it's a unique one. +1 till skills, minus stolen per hit, enhanced defense. Not a bad one. For leveling, I mean. Obviously not for the end game. For leveling, it's not a bad one. I don't think we had it previously. Okay, let me actually get a little bit closer. Doesn't really changes the fact that some even if you get too close to the enemies, like point blank range or tornado can miss, still can miss. Got him. If only the skeleton will not run away and let my merc actually kill him. I heard the rune drop. Nah. It's gonna be easier against cows, as far as I can say, because if I'm not going to take into account elites with both immune to physical and immune to cold, in general, cows don't have double immunities. Okay, that's my way out. Phew, finally. I am not going to bother trying to look for a waypoint here. I'm just gonna go into the frozen tundra, and I will look for the waypoint in the next cave. The cave which precedes the fight with the ancients. Okay, recast the Cyclone Armor. Originally, I thought that it's like hard to determine when exactly you would need to recast it. No, it's actually pretty easy. Once those 3 spirits, I suppose, stop spinning around you, then it's time for you to recast it. Just like with a lot of the other stuff that Druid has. Okay, let me get Super Mana Potion. Oh, obviously I also don't want to have Mana Burn. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, Mana Burn would also be not good when it comes to Ancients. Why would I want to have Stamina Shrine? Are you the ones? No, you are not using any kind of curses against us. It's Sirens, yeah, I gotta remember. Sirens or Hell Witches, I think. Hell Witches uses Decrepify, Sirens uses Amplify. If everything is correct in that sense. Chest, pack of archers, sure. Just die. Demon minion, okay. I guess you are. Oh, you are not. You are not the leader of the pack. Leader of the pack was already killed. It's too much to have so many full rejuvenation potions. At least here. Another elite pack. If all. Wait. Yeah, I cannot. Misha in the center and of their formation, and then just hold them. Got him. I wish I could completely ignore all of them, but no. I mean, theoretically I can, but it's just, you know, it takes so long for me to destroy wooden doors, so I would risk aggroing a lot of packs behind me, like make them follow behind me until I eventually destroy the door by myself or with the help of Hurricane, like this. Not Hurricane, tornadoes. Destroy the catapults. I said kill those archers. Extra fast. Yeah, somebody. This guy. I think this curse does make you take extra damage from their fireballs, if I'm not mistaken. Because it doesn't really decreases. No, it does decrease your defense. My mistake. Okay, champions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got him. Will I find a waypoint here? Probably not. Do I even need to? Because there's a waypoint literally inside the cave. Nah, I would want to find a waypoint inside the cave. He will earn. Did it spawn any elites? Nah, not really. Okay, let's go inside. Just in case there's gonna be tough fights, let's preemptively. Yeah, speaking of, okay, they are immune to lighting, so that makes it better because I can actually not only stagger but do at least some damage to them with my tornadoes in combination with Hurricane. So it's not that bad as with the previous ones that were immune to physical damage. Hell Lords, okay. And since when are you... And since when I am the one that are getting bugged? I got stuck literally against the Minotaur without having the ability to move. He was constantly wailing against me and we're dead, yeah. Extra fast, ladies and gentlemen, yep. You know, the thing is... How would I recover my corpse from there? I mean, in theory, I would have to pull some of them to me. Okay, first, let's get the gold back. This was dumb. First, because I got stuck against the Minotaur and just constantly take a hit, and the next, oh, just extra fast back. Boom. Right in your face, as they say. Okay. Let me get rid of all the jewels that I had found beforehand. Of course, I'll take into account all the deaths that had been along the way of me completing the difficulty. I won't going to just ignore them. So that's that. Okay, where's this armor? No, don't wear it upon you. Put it here. Now, as far as this goes, I don't know, to be honest, if I will be able to, will pull this one off, like retrieve the body, get here. I'll try. Extra fast. If only my guys would just come in front of me and not behind me. What? You saw? What the? He just appeared out of thin air. No, he literally appeared out of thin air. Oh, there's like another minion pack over there too. Okay. My bear is not gonna be as tanky as I would expect. I have to do this. I have to just try to cheese them somehow. Even though I'm not doing... Okay, 2 of them are down. Better. It's not over yet because we haven't killed their leader. No, just back off. Just back the hell off. There's their leader. Oh, of course, you also have Curse too, because why not? Tough guy that can only fight with the Curse. Okay, we got him. Yeah, now we got him. Throw this stuff away. Go here, here. Obviously, I would need to restock on potions, or I guess just pick them up from the floor. Is it over? Or are there gonna be another one? I hate how they like can teleport right in your face only in online mode and just mow you down. Another extra fast. See, that's why those are one of the most dangerous type of enemies. Especially if they are like extra fast. I honestly don't know how would you deal with them if you're like playing a melee class. Like in my plans, there's like I still planning to play somewhere in the future as a melee character, but how would you deal with something like this? I have no clue. Literally. Ignore. That's it. Just ignore it. That was one Minotaur pack. Another pack. This one is Champions. Champion Hell Lords, okay. We need to survive this. Why is my tornado like just passes through them without... Yes, now it does damage. Okay. Something like this. Also, fun fact: despite you gotta be freaking kidding me. By the way, they also have, I think they have either Critical Strike or Crushing Blow, because sometimes they literally just rip chunks out of you or your merc / your minions. I think the safest character against them is of course gonna be Summoner class. Yeah. Oh, speaking about Summoner class, they have said that they will they are planning to buff the minions of Druid, making them once again more viable, whatever it means by this like end game standards when it comes to hell difficulty. Again, the thing is with also they have said that why the minions of the Druid weren't bad. Apparently when you summon them they have different health each time you resummon them. Like whenever you want to resummon them simply because you gain a level up or they are getting killed. At least some of them, not all of them, but some of them has this issue. But once again, it's not the only problem. The only problem, just like with everything else that they are planning to buff in the future, it's the stats. The stats on those skills are poor. Either on skills or summons, you know. The scaling of the damage, the scaling of their HP, and so on and so forth. So if they will make it so that the summons of the Druid will be as strong as summon on Necromancers, that's one thing. But if they're just gonna fix / buff their HP pool, nothing will change. It's still going to be as pointless to play as a Summoner Druid as it was before, even if your pets will be slightly tankier than before. Okay, cleared everybody there. Let's go to the top. Only to see that it's a dead end. Sorry. Evil urn and nothing around? Outside of white monsters, I suppose. I'm trying to click on it. Thank you.
I can't carry.
Sure, let's make full rejuvenation potion. I'm just making a circle, so I'm better off sticking to one wall or the other, just this wall, I suppose. Yo, those precise needle shots are annoying. Oh, of course, it's also... Got it. Ow, 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 ow. I don't need to stay as close, I also understand it. Freaking needles, man. Wait. Oh. I am the one that was taking aggro. Interesting. Wonder why. Yo. Had enough spike fiends already? No? I guess not. So there's always gonna be more. Come on, Hell Lords. You have Mercs and you have Bear, but you choose me. Yay, I got a waypoint, but it's not the way to the Ancients. Okay, there's the way to the Ancients. It's actually pretty close to the waypoint itself. Champion packs. Got Succubus Skull for this. Wait, isn't this Homunculus again? No, it's Ethereal. Bone Flame. Huh? Budget version of Homunculus, I suppose. Ethereal cannot be repaired. Necromancer skill levels. Weird. I don't remember this item at all. Okay, healing, mana, healing, mana. It's enough. Oh wait, it's Icy Cell. It's Icy Cellar. It's not something that I think about it. It's not the way to the Ancients. It's just optional cave. And you know the drill? See the optional cave, get into the optional cave. My Torah. Wolves with my Torah. Damn, it's gonna be tough. Merc is and lighting enchanted. No, no, screw that optional cave. Nah. Fine, you can have your bulls, you can have your minions there. No. If I were, you know, a bone necrotic or a long-range caster, I would have tried to fight them, but no, not in this condition.
What is it?
Thank you, but no. actually get stones here, here. So actually, I would wanna just throw this away because it's like ethereal. It doesn't really matter that much. Is gonna break, and I will not be able to repair it unless use a Zod rune. But you won't want to use the Zod rune on this item under any circumstances. Regardless, let's put this thing here, get some more potions, I suppose, and continue the journey.
Hello.
No way I'm fighting Minotaurs with lighting enchanted might. Okay, they weren't extra fast, but those two parameters are already enough for me to say no. Armors. More spike fiends. Ow! Jesus. That was like an unload of spikes. I was forced to use full rejuvenation potions in that instance, otherwise I would have died on the next barrage of attacks. Summon. Enough already. I see where the entrance is. It's like to the other side. It was at the beginning, but from the other side of the map. I so badly want something that would be on the similar fashion, like pet attack command from Grimdawn to force your allies and minions to just go in front, and not vice versa. Okay, let's clear this place, especially from the stupid Hell Lord. Right, coast is clear. It should be enough, otherwise I may simply use a waypoint. So I don't want to have physical immune. I'm okay if they will roll with cold immune, but not physical immune. Let's try. Cursed? That's bad. Ow, yikes. Gotta help my merc. Or just kill this guy. Make sure that my merc survives. And I need to survive as well. Yeah, because nobody's fighting cursed. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Stupid man. I guess those were projectiles that actually hit me. Not he himself. Those were actual projectiles. I still may be able to pull this one off. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least let me kill the one with mana. Okay, I killed one. Look at this, like my tornado, please. No, not the tornado. Stone skin, immune to cold, immune to fire. Neither of them are immune to physical, but... Okay, I can kill Corley. I think. Yes, I can. Okay, now it's your turn. Not so tough without the help now, huh? As far as I can see. I can kill him. I should kill him. I don't know if my tornadoes are hitting him, though. Stop spinning and just start dying. Yeah, they're hitting him. Okay, it's victory. First try. Yes, it was dodgy, it was sketchy. I screwed up with my Merc, I'll admit it. And also, you most definitely, as a caster, don't want to face them when they have Curse modifier. But I managed to pull it off. Not because I have like pretty OP gear, I will show to you what I have. I had Heart of the Oak, Shaco, Smoke, Spirit, Amulet, +1 to skills, Raven Frost, Mage Fists, Belt for resistances, faster cast rate, like War Traveler boots. I don't have any skillers, just Grand Charms give me strength and just Geet's Fortune for the extra MF, I suppose. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I have. And victory. Now I just gotta go for the Bale, kill Bale's wave, and kill Bale. More HP, of course, and extra points into Oak Sage. Just gotta rest my Merc back and get some more HP potions. Way more than I have at the moment. Can you stop with this curse already? I killed you. Thank you. Yes, and quest log, I know the quest completed. Now we just gotta go for Bale and kill Bale.
Good evening.
Of course it's not the end, and most likely my Merc will die more inside the Bale's throne room, like in Throne of Destruction or however this place is called. Of course, it depends on what kind of monsters I will face there again. So, okay, let's go inside. That bar did not even move, it teleported from the floor to the ceiling. Hey, whatever you say. No, why those guys? Why you? Huh? What's up with their health? Why they... With them as well? I don't know, man. I'll continue. I'll try to get things done with the setup of the enemies, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. Maybe on the second floor the rotation of the enemies will change and I will face less threatening options. I mean, it could have been worse, could have been instead of Defilers, Lost Souls, so maybe I panicked preemptively.
I am overburdened.
Also, I gotta go to the right. Always to the right. It's just me, or Death Lords are dying way faster than Hell Lords. Maybe they have less health as a whole. By the way, speaking about going to the right, dead end, where exactly to the right? There at the bottom, maybe? Weird. Oh, it's elite. No wonder I got cursed. Okay, that's the start where I can start collecting full rejuvenation potions once more. Okay, you... Obviously, I would want to recast my Cyclone Armor as much as I can. since I was cursed. We cast Spirit too, to get the HP boost back. Not aggro full room of Minotaurs. And also force them to actually attack the correct targets by Merc. It's nice knowing you, and by... I almost died myself. Stupid staggers. Hate this amplified damage and staggers from double swing and frenzy.
Salutations.
Do I have enough gold to res him?
Morning.
Yes, I do. Freaking... He most certainly don't want to make it easier for me. Why would it? Oh, wait. So they have less HP as a whole, but I cannot freeze them with Hurricane. It's impossible to do so. Got it. So it's like a trade-off. In general, they are more squishier in comparison to High Lords, but you cannot freeze them. Okay, same deal. Opening a waypoint preemptively. Now to the right. Large Charm. Let's see what it is. Oh boy. Oh, champions, it's Berserker Black. But you know, whenever there's one, there's gonna be many more of it. Will I go for it? Black Souls. I mean, I like how Bale laughs the second I was able to spot the pack of those guys over there. Wait, why didn't... You see what I see? Why didn't they attack from the distance and just waited for... Huh? The hell just happened? I don't know what had happened, but I take it as they say. Okay, it's the pathway to the level 3. But I gotta find the waypoint. Not only because of the fact that I might die in the next 2 levels, but also because of the fact that I would want to protect myself from having to go through the initial level because of the glitch. If you don't know what kind of glitch I'm talking about, first of all, there's a YouTube video on my YouTube channel for that, 1 minute long, how the game freezes and disconnects you from when you fight inside the Bale's throne room. And yeah, I would suggest you to... You're still scared? I would suggest you to... Yeah, you see, like, he leveled up and he lost 50% of his life. Blizzard, why? I'm speechless. Like, I don't know what... It's not my fault. Nothing is damaging him when he levels up. Another Black Souls. Phew, boy, there's so many of them. Also surrounded by little dudes. It's kind of hard to pin them down. So many. They killed my bear. I'm trying to forcefully keep everybody alive and trying to also summon as many summons that I can to create potential targets for the enemies. Okay, I got them. Hold on. Let's get rid of those potions, rejuvenation, this, and I also got a Morning Star for my stuff. I already have this. It's good for leveling, but nothing else. Just for leveling. but for nothing else other than leveling. It's correct to say this. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. Of course, I'm gonna pick up all kinds of potions, specifically healing potions. Watch how portal will gonna be in the totally opposite direction of where I'm going. Lost those, I mean black souls. Again, by themselves they are so easy to just kill them. It's their range and their stagger effect from chain lighting, something that will annoy the hell out of you. See, I'm not even... Sometimes I'm killing them by not even using my tornadoes. Just Hurricane itself does everything for it. For me. Yep, it's a dead end, alright. I gotta select the other path. This is the way. Okay, now I'm ready to get to level 3, and then eventually in the Throne of Destruction. Hopefully no more Minotaurs and Black Souls. To the right. Harpies. Hell witches. Yeah, now I understand the problem of dealing with this curse here. See? Oh, especially when you add to the mix another pack of Dead Lords.
Thanks.
Defense going to the toilet, and then you would also add like very damaging enemies in melee range at least. Plus, you would also have to take into account that I'm not hitting them directly or all the time with my tornadoes. So I should have created the portal there. Just as a preemptive measure. What? Or mage? Okay. Oh, immune to physical. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's gonna be a problem. Especially with Elite Pack. Okay, by Merc, probably. Immune to physical. What I'm resummoning my bear over here. See? Like, he lost just like good 30% of his HP. I got all of them, which is great, but still was freaking immune to physical. Like, how would you deal with... What? Did you saw what happened to the right? There was some kind of like sonar radar or something that's been going on like off screen. Yeah, so I gotta let the Hurricane do everything for me. Meanwhile, just running like a moron and trying to dodge the incoming projectiles. Alright, alright. Throne of Destruction. Incoming. No more level 3. Directly into Throne of Destruction. That was a mistake again. I have seen Death Lord, but I have missed Lost Dolls directly in front. Dude, why? It's like The challenge escalates slowly but surely. The moment I'm getting closer and closer to the Bale himself. Something tells me I also have to make sure that I killed everything here. Will kill everything here because I need the room for kiting. Really? Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Bold. Bring more. As if it ay, ay, ay. Why look? Why sometimes they're just standing there? I'm literally thinking of including this into highlight, just naming the video like weird behavior of enemies. Literally standing there staring or flying from me as if I have some kind of fear effect, you know? Beats me? Oh, just get lost. Stupid dolls. Trying to resummon the spirit, but it gets mauled immediately.
I can't carry anymore.
That was a bad idea initially, until I get rid of those dolls. It was too dangerous to approach. You know, I wish there had been some kind of not negative edge, but some kind of drawback for those type of enemies. Like, let's say if they hit not you specifically, but your summons or merc, they won't be getting those stacks for frenzy. But nope, that's not happening. More of you. Doing this only because I need space. Space for kiting. Oh, I thought there isn't going to be anybody here. Just two death lords, fine. I think it's okay. Let's pull some death lords towards us. I was about to say that it's risky to go there just like this because there's a huge room up ahead and you can get bombarded from different directions. Like from the Lost Souls, for instance. Burning Souls. I keep calling them Lost Souls because it's something that I have heard and seen in the guide. And I keep naming them like this. It's gonna be, this is the place for the throne room, but like I've said, I would want to clear the other corridors and other rooms too. Where's my bear? Go in front. Okay, got him. I don't think that any of the minions from Bale are immune to physical attacks. I don't think so. Immune to cold. Is it the final wave it's immune to cold? Yep. It's hard to judge the damage output once your tornado is missing, like this, and you are just hitting enemies with your hurricane. Okay, coast is clear, at least when it comes to bigger portion of the room. Now I can get inside. Clear everything inside. I think I've opened my portal there. I guess I can do this. To put it a little bit closer. Okay. Burning souls. Just keep recasting Cyclone Armor. I should be good to go. Lost dolls. Pin them down and bring them down. No, 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 no. Not like this. Okay, did I kill everything? No, of course not. There's like 3 of them hiding behind the Bale's throne room to the right. No, it's not over, okay? I thought it was over. Okay, got him. Now I gotta prepare for fighting a bunch of minions. Just gotta do this. First wave down. Second one is gonna be definitely harder. I'm trying my best, but again, my tornado is going like haywire everywhere, but the elite that were standing directly in front of me. Oh boy, I so wish that this skill would have had some kind of, not visual update, some kind of improvement to the point where the tornado itself becomes slow, not slower, but smaller. But it's easier to hit targets with them, with it. Gutsy, I guess. I suppose. I slowed them, which is great. Okay, the last wave. Not the last, the fourth wave.
Thanks.
And then the final wave. Ow. Gotta go back. I said summon the freaking spirit, please. I'm getting hit by elite. I gotta go back. Back off a bit. Ow! Oh, of course. Why I don't do any kind of damage? Yeah, because immune to physical. Fuck you. Will I do... What do you mean? Do I even do any damage? I guess I'm doing damage with the hurricane. Okay, I guess I just gotta tank. Make sure that my pets are tanking it while I am standing here and just recasting hurricane. I was able to keep everybody alive, which is great. Can you focus all of everybody else, but not me? This guy was immune to physical. I don't think it's that common to see him having immune to physical. I think it's just bad luck. I killed the other waves. Not that bad, to be honest. Not that bad. I mean, not that long. It doesn't take me that long to kill the other waves. He's almost dead. Did I got him? Got him. There. This and this. Got Nephrune. Level 13. Yay. Whatever shall I do without it? Sadly, no full rejuvenation potion. Superior mummified trophy. I need to get back to town. It's not enough. Something tells me it's not gonna be enough. Max damage, attack rating, dexterity. This is not a bad charm. Yeah, kill Bale. I need to have more healing potions first and foremost. And also mana potions too, because I will be standing close to him. He will mana burn my mana pool. Okay. Last challenge that needs to be overcome.
The ancient.
Good evening.
Apparently it's pretty hard to kill Bale as a Tornado Druid. We shall put this theory to the test.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's go. 3, 4. If I will pin it down and force my pets to attack him, it's gonna be easier.
Legendary Worldstone. Guardian of the natural realm.
I said just pin it down. Not my freaking character. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, I guess it's a bad idea to fight both his copy and him at the same time. But by the way, his copy is just standing there.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's tedious. No. No. I'm not going to do this. By himself, yes. We can effectively pin him down and just attack him, but with his copy on the same side, no. My character is not that strong.
Salutations.
So screw this idea.
Evening.
I would need to make sure that lure him out somehow. So can any of you get here? Why are you? Yo, Bale. Anyone? Are you okay? Guess not. Who are you even? Look! Also, how it happens that he is burning my mana even though his spells are not hitting me at all? Tentacles?
My brothers will not have died in vain.
Oh, get on with it already with your stupid copy. Hate the CDS. Now I see why it's much harder to defeat Bale when you're fighting him like this. As a summoner druid. Nope. Get wrecked. Retreat.
How may I be of help?
He constantly burns your mana pool down and you are forced to stay up close and personal with him. Of course, it's so tedious to attack. Or try to attack.
What is it?
Yeah, eventually I'll get him. It's just a matter of time. Can you stop? This is annoying. think we finally get him.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
Stop killing the spirit, you freaking eight-legged... No, not eight-legged. Four-legged monster, I suppose. Yes, and then you wanna Inferno me, cause why not? And then my bear is also tanking not the Bale, but Tentacles for some dumb reason. My Merc is going to die. Yep, he died already, so I guess it's all about bear and me. Unless Bale's just going to teleport randomly at my direction and force... I almost killed him. Almost. Yes. Got him. Screw you.
Bale, join your brothers in oblivion.
As always, showing the gear. Shaco, Heart of the Oak, Smoke, Mage Fist, Raven Frost, Beltwood for resistances, 10% FCR, Yellow Ring, Amulet with skills, plus 2 on skills, Spirit, War Traveler, and as for my Merc, well, the gear on my Merc were Insight, Russia's Helmet, and the Real Shell for the sake of Cannot Be Frozen. So, what did he dropped? Kind of trash, isn't it? Yeah, Tancred and some trash. Atrum, who cares about Atrum? Quest completed. Yay, victory! Well, almost. There's still one more thing that I want to do before I typically do this overview kind of stuff. And that will be completing cow level. So for that, let me go resurrect my Merc first and foremost, which is probably going to die a lot in cow level if I'm gonna be completely honest.
The destruct.
Yeah. Destruction of Coldstone.
If
I don't think there's gonna be that much mana burn, so I would just wanna buy a lot of those healing potions instead. Now, as for the other stuff, get the Wordslike inside the cube.
The
Ancient, yes. And also teleport in Act 1. Get the Tomb of Portal from Akara, and then go for the cow level.
Welcome.
Oh, of course. This. I wouldn't say, again, like, the fight against Bale wasn't so bad. It's just the fact that I did not expect him to summon the copy directly on top of him, and once both him and his copy started bombarding us with spells, it became almost impossible to fight him on the bridge with this class. And as far as the other attempts, he was constantly like teleporting and knocking me away, and I tried to find the correct angle from which I wasn't going to get knocked back from his spell, you know, Ice One, and I could still do some damage in return. I found the correct angle, and I damaged, like, I had made him lost like good 50% of his HP before a Merc died. Then I finished him off without the Merc. Anyway, cow level. Oh, wait. This has to be done all the time. Okay, so how do you fare against Cow Druid? Let's see. Not bad. Again, just because Hurricane works in combination with...
I can't carry.
Oh yeah, there's Grey Shake, we'll pick it up. Of course not. Hurricane works great in combination with Tornado once enemies don't have any kind of cold immune or immune to physical. Ah yeah, Spirit, well, it's definitely going to get killed a couple of times, but doesn't really matter since I can summon him in a second. I'll check what kind of charms there had been dropping once I'll deal with those cows. Okay. Small charm number 1. And there's gonna be small charm number 2 to the right, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No trash. No trash. Again, Hurricane prevents them from freely attacking you and staggers them, so it's not a bad extra fast and immune to cold until you get to those kind of enemies. And curse too, of course, because why not? Wait. I'm not trying to farm for anything specific, I'm just wanna clear the whole thing before making the character overview. If only there had been 3 more smaller tornadoes over 1 big but dumb one. Again, like you see, leveled up, lost even more than 50% of his HP. I think it's some kind of a bug. This should not be happening. Doesn't matter with or without buffs for HP. When he levels up, his HP should stay. His HP should not get depleted that greatly, like it does in this moment. Battle Hammer.
I can't carry.
It's not Warhammer. It's actually, yeah. I'm still going to collect them. Regular flail. Nobody cares about regular flail. Cyclone Armor actually here is not that great, just because the predominant damage type here is physical and not magical, unless you take into account lead bags. It's not the fastest cow killer by any means, any way, shape, or form, but it gets the job done. I think you would be better off, like I have told you when I have played through the campaign, you would be better off farming not this particular area, but area where you can counter magical immune enemies with a lot of magical attacks, like Hell Sanctuary, Chaos Sanctuary, for instance. You just teleport straight into like Oblivion Night faces or those like, you know, winged demons and keep killing them. And they, for the most part, won't do anything to you. Okay, diamond, sure. Got stalagmite, but that's not unique one. Otherwise it would have been a rib cracker. Hammer. I think I should gather more of those cows. Maybe not. There's nothing there. Yes, brave and stupid merc that trying to split the pack. Also, I would have preferred to have, I don't know, some kind of extra effect. For instance, if you want to play as a druid, elemental druid that is, with Alder set, maybe your tornadoes are going to be not also covering greater range, but will be a little bit faster, you know, because once again it fits the whole team of the wind druid and elemental druid as a whole. But that's just like wishful thinking. There ain't no way they're going to change it in that manner. Hidden stash. Giant swords. Oh yeah, that's big packs. But unfortunately, due to them concentrating also not only on myself but on the merc, it's hard to hit them all at once, you know. See, some of them are still splitting up. It would be better if they left, you know, the bug when enemies are not paying attention to the merc, and instead they will pay attention to your minions and your character, but once again, it's already not going to happen. You need to recast Hurricane. The False Emerald.
I can't carry it.
By the way, I also think that some people are overdoing it a little bit when it comes to value of the merc from the perspective of his damage output. Like, I have seen one video where a person basically made, I think it's like Breath of the Dying weapon for a merc in the best weapon. Like ethereal 6 slots, so he made this weapon for a merc. And then he tried to demonstrate, like, oh, now my merc does, like, on paper, it says that it does like 3 to 4, like, 1,000 damage, you know, per strike. It applies like millions of effects, you know, something like this. But in reality, this merc cannot even, like, cannot be frozen effects, etc. But when it comes down to the testing, this merc couldn't even kill one council member from Travancal, because, yeah, there were healers, you know. But you would think that with that damage, he could at least kill one
I can't carry anymore.
council member, like literally at least one. Nope. And the style, like literally this weapon as well as the runes, they're so expensive to make, and I really don't understand like the point. Maybe the area wasn't right to highlight this whole performance or what the merc is capable of with the new weapon, but to me it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would you want to invest so heavily in your merc when at the end of the day, no matter how powerful your merc is, you are going to be, for the most part, you are going to be the one that will deal more than like 50% of the damage. Unless you take into account instances, you know, where your damage type is like enemies your damage type are immune, and you want merc to deal with them, but that's the whole other story, which again, like, doesn't have to be that, like, you don't have to have that expensive weapon. What am I doing? It's like, oh, don't need it. Got the diamond. Okay, let me see the chest here. I'll probably will use all the keys that I have, because this area typically contains a lot of locked chests. but it's alright. Okay, let me go to the right. Yeah, I will definitely say that if I would to compare the clear speed with the of a cow level of this character in comparison to Blizzard Sork or Bone Necro, characters that I have played with before him, he's gonna be the slowest. But it's not to say that he's a bad character as a whole. It's just this area is not for him, and like I feel like this area is definitely not for him. Thank God for all of this blocking. Fire. It's beastplate, breastplate, beastplate. Yeah, sure. No, it's a dead end here. I actually already, not almost, but already cleared more than 50% of this level. Just by casually strolling around, creating some tornadoes. The only thing that's great here with this character is the stagger effect. Like, you have Hurricane, which staggers them, you have Tornadoes, which staggers them, and they are rarely able to even hit me. Unless, like, I'm getting too overzealous and getting surrounded by a lot of them. Yeah, the level is almost complete. Like, I haven't been... Never mind, the level is complete. Okay. That went faster than expected. Yeah, I killed the Cow King. Yeah, that's his loot. Sure. So let's teleport to the town. And once I will sort everything from my inventory, I will dedicate some time to formulate my thoughts, which is going to be also used as a basis for a YouTube video, and then I will say what do I think about this character on hell difficulty, and just after completing all the difficulties with him. Throw this away, transmute. This goes here, this goes here. Anything else? Float skull. And I guess an Ephron. Fine. Let me grab this battle hammer. And I guess I'll place it here. So. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this segment is going to go directly on YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube, first of all, hi and welcome. My name is Alexander, also known as Sandrievitz, and before going to the topic for this video, don't forget after watching this that you definitely need to like, subscribe, and comment upon it, whether you agree or disagree with my thoughts that I'm about to explain. And the topic of today's video is the following: how good Wind Druid is when it comes to leveling on a hell difficulty. Now, just like with previous difficulties, I'm not going to talk too much about the gearing aspect, whether or not like a character is more powerful or less powerful with or without the gear. I will leave this aspect aside. So I, just like with other characters and with other difficulties, going to talk about skills. skills that will help you, skills that you will rely upon, their mechanics, their effectiveness on the individual difficulty, and how good or how bad they are. Now, as far as the Tornado Druid goes, or Wind Druid, call it however you want, let's start from Elemental Tree, because major parts of your playstyle will come from this tree, naturally. Now, Arctic Blast, this is just a filler. I mean, you put 1 point to unlock the Cyclone Armor, so I'm going to ignore it. Even though they will say that they're going to buff this in the next patch. We shall see how, but for now I'm ignoring it. Cyclone Armor. Those 3 spirits that are whirling around you. What can I say about Cyclone Armor on Hell difficulty? Now, it's great against elemental attacks. It, like Fire, Cold, and Lightning, like it is indicated, it will allow you to sustain a lot more damage than you would want, than you would have not sustained otherwise without this thing activated. And the practical application for the spell is it will allow you to survive such dangerous types of enemies like Lost Souls, Burning Souls, Black Souls, whatever type of souls, as well as go toe-to-toe with such enemies like Black Knights in Act 4 and Dark Knights in Chaos Sanctuary, which is why I think that because of this, this character is very good for farming such places, even without best in slot gear. Now, as far as is it like really reliable or less reliable, I would say that against magical attacks it's very good instrument, because the amount of absorption that it gives you, it's way exceeds something that Bone Armor gives you. Bone Armor gives you like physical damage absorption. This one gives you this one gives you elemental. But the thing about this spell, like one negative, not necessarily this spell as a whole, just general damage type of this game, like you are not going to encounter too often elemental damage types, you know what I mean? In comparison to physical damage type, elemental damage type, yeah, it's there, but it's not the predominant one. So because of the nature of this class also as a whole, just in general being a close range caster, it's hard for me to say that you know, with Cyclone Armor you would feel like somehow invincible, because, you know, some enemies, they can have elemental damage types, but they're also going to be a very dangerous melee enemies, like Minotaurs, for instance, in X5. And so I cannot say that stuff like, oh, just cast Bone Armor upon yourself and go in melee range with them, and if you are surrounded, then you will going to survive. Most likely not the case. This tool is good against like pure casters or like some hybrids, but the ones that are not dangerous when it comes to melee damage. So, which is why I will say that this skill is good against any like elemental effects, but since elemental effects are not the predominant damage type in Diablo 2, I cannot say it's like superb or excellent. From my opinion, I still would have preferred to use physical damage absorption, but that's just my opinion. Now let's move on to the next spell. Next spell is Twister, and what can I say about the Twister? It's trash. Well, okay, jokes aside, this skill is just a filler. This skill, you will max it out just because it will give you... Just because it's a synergy that gives 10% more damage boost, both to your... Wait, I'm reading it wrong. So, this Twister receives bonuses. So, you would want to max out Twister because it gives 9% bonus to your Tornado, which is your main offensive spell. You would not want to use Twister because the damage, even if you will see in my case, even if this skill is maxed out, like 28 here and 28 here, this does almost like 3k, like 2.9k until 3k damage. This does like what, 600, and it's the same damage type, the same physical damage type, so it's pointless. Yes, it covers a wider range, but you will not going to use it. It stuns your enemies, you know, but The stun duration isn't the greatest either, and also in comparison to, like, if you want to compare skills, in comparison to, like, Assassin's Mind Blast. So it's just a synergy spell. Filler synergy spell, you would need to max it out, but you will not going to use it. Moving on to the next spell, and your main offensive spell, one of your main offensive spells to that matter. Tornado. What can I say about Tornado? It's as I expected from second part of Nightmare difficulty, where I started to play with Tornado Druid. The best description that I can give you, the best like analysis of the spell, it's clunky. It's not the most damaging spell. Like, if I would compare this to, let's say, a fully maxed out Bone Spirit or a fully maxed out Blizzard, it's not the most damaging spell, number one, and number two, it's clunky. Clunky to the point, let me actually demonstrate it to you, where you're going to try to attack the enemies. Like, let's say, let's pretend that this torch is an enemy. You will try to attack it. Sometimes Tornado, yes, sometimes it will directly hit it, but sometimes even standing like this, it will pass, or it will be created in any other random direction than, and you will not be able to hit your main target. So that's number one. Number two, it doesn't cover that much range, meaning that, you know, with Bone Spirit, I also talked about it, that it's a spell that has a limited range, but at least it can be fired from one screen to the next screen while still penetrating the enemies, like everything that stands on its way. With Tornado, with Tornado spell, you can do the same thing, you know? It can pass through the enemies while damaging them at the same time. But the range, it's so limited, like, and it's also susceptible, like, if it hits the wall, it disappears. Sometimes if it hits any kind of obstacle, it disappears. So it's clunky. It's hard to get used to. It's clunky. It does decent damage, but you would have to stay in a close range or in a medium range with your target to make to be able to hit them. And you know, you cannot, I can say that you can't control it, you know what I mean? Like, if, I don't know if you know, but with Hammer Paladin, you know, Hammer Paladin always creates hammers from his left hand, like they are spinning like this and they are circling and circling and circling. But with this guy, no matter where your cursor is on the screen, tornado that he's creating, yes, he creates tornado in the direction where he looks at, but where they actually appear and where they move afterwards, it's totally different beast. And because you cannot reliably, yes, that's the correct word, reliably hit your targets with the tornado, sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes, this is why the best description that I can give the skill is like clunky. It's very clunky, hard to get used to. I'm not saying like it's bad or like unplayable. All I'm saying it's it's so, like, you would have to constantly maneuver your character, constantly move him slightly closer or slightly far away, or to the left, to the right from the enemies to hit the targets. So yeah, that's that. The other side of the coin of the tornado, why I'm not terribly excited about the spell. It's something that has to do with Hurricane, but I'll get to Hurricane next. It's whenever you get physical immune, because your tornado offers you, your tornado in this build is like 60 to 70% of your whole damage output. Whenever you get physical immune, yeah, you're going to be stuck there for a while. Your Hurricane will eventually kill the enemies, unless you will get both immune to cold and immune to physical, which can happen. Yes, it can happen. But all I'm trying to say is that because there is no, you know, like with Bone, Necro, you have magical damage, and once you encounter magical immunities, you can just use Corpse Explosion. And I don't think that there had been like both like physical immune and magical immune, but regardless, whenever you encounter any physical immune enemy, your clear speed slows down to the crawl, to the point where he becomes it's even slower than dual element sorcerers. You know, I played with dual element sorcerers like Frozen Orb and Firewall, and Frozen Orb / Meteor. Sorceress is faster. Like when it comes to killing the enemies with that has immunities to one element type, and you just attack them with the other, Sorceress is way faster. Druid, it's the slowest again, and because the tornado is like very clunky and hard to get used to, even if you're casting it directly from point blank, it could miss sometimes or bypass the enemies. I am not terribly excited about. I wasn't terribly excited about the spell, and I'm still not totally impressed by it. It's not something mind-blowing from my point of view. So it's all right. At the end of the day, it's a good enough spell. All I can say. Now let's move on to the Hurricane, which is this thing. What can I say about Hurricane? That's your secondary offensive spell. So Tornado, it's like 60 to 70% of your damage. Hurricane is like good 30%. What can I say about Hurricane on Hell difficulty? Well, because there's a lot of cold immunes out there, without having the access to Infinity, which is something that I currently lacking, your damage is always going to be suboptimal. Like, it's either you face enemies that don't have physical and cold immune and you kill them relatively quickly, not super fast, but relatively quickly, or your Hurricane, everything that it will do, it will just stagger enemies. Like, the stagger effect is always going to be there. Even the enemies that have cold immune, if you create a Hurricane, once they are approaching your field and stepping inside this wind, not field, but this the Hurricane itself, when they are stepping inside, they will stagger, they will be stopped, their charge will be prevented, and so on and so forth. So the stagger is there. The damage, yeah, like, it's in combination, like, if you summarize, like, you can say, well, wait, 3k here, and then like 2, and then like almost 1.5k, 1.4k, 1.5k here, you'll probably have great damage. Not really, once again, because first of all, enemies have on Hell difficulty, even though it says like your Tornado is doing like 2.9 until 3k damage, enemies on Hell difficulty have a lot of physical damage resistance, meaning that your damage will not be on the same level. That's number one. And number two, when it comes to Hurricane, because there's a lot of cold immune out there, once again your damage is going to suffer. So that's that. I cannot say anything bad about the staggers. I already talked about this aspect. But visually, like I have told you before, excuse me, visually the spell could have been more fleshed out, like they did with older graphics. Let me actually close it and show you. This is Hurricane with older graphics, this is Hurricane with newer graphics. It's hard to notice it sometimes. Well, I guess in the midst of the battle it's hard to notice whether or not it deals damage to the enemies or not. And visually it could have been more fleshed out from my point of view. So that's when it comes to Hurricane. And what's next? Nothing in shapeshifting, summoning. Now, as for summoning, all you wanna pick up from here, it's Oak Sage to get the boost for your life, both flat in a flat and in a percent number. And summon Grizzly. Now, when it comes to Oak Sage, the buff that it provides, the buff that increases your life, it's great. I will not say anything bad about it. The one thing I will say that... Oh, and also one other good thing, it's like good and bad, this is also another target that enemies are focusing their attention upon. Meaning that you can use it as a distraction until you want to reposition yourself, reposition your merc, resummon your Grizzly, and so on and so forth. But there is a severe drawback in my opinion. This little spirit has a nasty habit of simply wandering around, which can lead to attracting more enemies that you would want to fight. So he just, there's going to be like a battle, you will going to like cast your spells, like focus certain enemies, etc. And the spirit is going to just casually like float around to the other side of the screen, aggro another pack of monsters, maybe even elite ones, maybe even minotaurs or lost dolls. They will gonna kill him in seconds, and yes, afterwards they will going to charge directly at you and at your summons, at your merc and at your summons that are leftovers, something like this. I don't know why they did not make his pattern of movement the same as Grizzly, for instance, because when you summon Grizzly, he doesn't... Yes, he is moving slightly away from you, but only slightly. And he doesn't just likes to wander around when there's like no enemies, or vice versa, when there's like battle that is going on. Maybe that's because the Oak Spirit cannot attack, but it's still weird in my opinion. At least from my point of view, I would have preferred that the Oak Spirit would not float around that far away from your character or from the battle just in general. So that's the only negative thing that I could say about this Oak Spirit, to be honest. Oak Sage. Now, as far as Grizzly goes, what can I say about Grizzly? If I'm going to compare him to the Bone Golem, even on hell difficulty, he's tankier. Like, he's way he can withstand way more punishment and general damage in comparison to the Bone Golem. Yes, he doesn't have his aura, that slows down the enemies, but from my experience, his charge attack, that he does when he knocks the target away, and when it also staggers them, charge attack can be as good, if not better, but it's a good replacement for this, because he is doing this, Grizzly is doing this charge attack constantly, and it can work even against, it doesn't work against bosses, but it can work even against dangerous elite monsters, preventing casters, from hitting you with spells, preventing enemies like minotaurs from hitting you with double swing or frenzy. So this is a great summon, from my opinion. Now, do I still think that you would want to put points, like spare points, into the summon Grizzly later down the line if you want to level your character up until level 99? I still don't think so. I think bonus skill points that you are receiving from your gear is more than enough to be able to provide you with a good tank companion and another target that enemies can focus their attention upon. I don't think that you should invest more into this unless unless there's going to be a summon build for a Druid later down the line, with patch 2.4. If the summon Druid is going to become a thing in the future, you will most certainly going to utilize this spell, the summon, excuse me, because of how good it is. Like, you will not going to skip it, but only time will tell whether Summon Druid is going to become a thing. For now, I say that every spare points that you are going to receive, I think you should invest them into Oak Sage, because Oak Sage will buff your character's HP, your Grizzly's HP, your Merc HP, and so on and so forth. Whereas if you would have put points into Summon Grizzly, all it does is increases its life, attack rating, and slightly increases his damage and defense, but I treat those summons as just a target upon which enemies can focus their attention. I'm not treating them as a way, to rely upon for them to do the major damage, because no matter what, the bulk of your damage always are going to come from your character, unless you're a summoner, but that's a totally different thing. This is why I don't see the point why you would want to invest spare skill points into Summon Grizzly. That's that. So, As far as some kind of conclusion, what do I think of this class like as a whole? For the hell difficulty, is he viable or is he not viable? Wind Druid, for instance. Wind Druid as a whole. I'd say yes, he is definitely a viable choice. I would say that he will provide you with unique experience. Oh, wait. Speaking about the number of buttons, because some people may look at it and say, oh, wait, I don't want to play this class. You gotta press too many buttons, you know, you gotta keep be on the lookout for where you place your summons, where you recast something, and so on and so forth. Not really. To be honest, spells like Cyclone Armor have a constant 100% uptime, so you don't need to recast it unless it has been broken. Spells like Hurricane, once maxed out, it has duration of 50 seconds, which is not a lot if you think about it in comparison to the other like temporary spells, but because it has like a visual indicator and it allows you to recast it after 4 seconds of being like on a cooldown, you can pretty much spam it, just recast it once and you'll be good to go. Grizzly and Oak Sage are those that you can, like, it can be tricky to master the technique when something that I was doing, you know, summoning them right in front of elite packs and forcing those elite packs to attack them instead of myself or my merc. But it's easy because they don't have any cooldowns. Like, look, just summon, resummon, summon, resummon, and so on and so forth. Even if they are killed, you can do this pretty much, well, constantly until you have, like, if you have enough mana to do so. So it's not, this class is not super hard to play any whatsoever. It's just, when it comes to Tornado, it's either you're going to like it or you're going to hate it, like, or you're going because of how clunky it is. I have played a similar type of build like in Grim Dawn. I already talked about it, where Tornadoes were again also having the mind of their own and they were slow-ish. But here it's also a clunky, but in a different way, because like he creates it and they are flying in random directions, so that's that. But I cannot say that this character is like hard to play from the point of, you know, micromanaging or macromanaging some of your spells. That's pretty much it. And at the end of the day, if you also have teleportation staff or enigma, it's like one extra button, but it's not hard. So in conclusion, Tornado Druid, totally viable to complete hell difficulty even if you don't have best in slot gear. Totally viable to get through the content from the beginning until the end. It's not, from my personal point of view, if I'm going to compare this class to Bone Necro, do I like him better than Bone Necro and Sorceress? I wouldn't say so, simply because of the fact that this aspect of when you don't have Enigma, your Hurricane damage doesn't even exist, and there's a lot of cold immunes out there, and you have to rely on this clunky Tornado to do the work for you. It's not, for me, he's not the worst. I mean, he's not the worst class in the game, but outside of those classes that I have played with, Bone Necromancer and Sorceress, he takes the last spot. Because I expected a little bit more from close range caster, you know, but that's just my problem, you know, your expectations are your own problem, something like this. He's not bad, he's good for what he's offering to you, but from my point of view, from my personal experience, things could have been better. Even for him, things could have been better, but that's already topic for the other day. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it when it comes to this segment for the video. Once again, if you enjoyed the discussion, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell on if you don't want to miss out on any of the future videos. And from my point of view, from my part, I am done with Tornado Druid leveling part. So see you in the next videos. Okay, now as far as the hints, I promised that I will hint characters what characters I am planning to play in the future. Now, there's going to be two options, to be honest with all of you. Option number one, I will either play as a shapeshifter druid. I already made some preparatory work for that. I bought Rib Cracker. I also had bought Gore Rider. I do possess some of the items, like Lay on Hands gloves, or what you call those Dracul's gloves, you know, something like this. G-Face is a very good choice. That's the regular Rib Cracker, and it's not very excited. It just has 214 hands damage. I know it can get up to 300, so it is what it is. So I would either play this class, either a Shapeshifter Druid, or I will play a Trapsin. A Trapsin with lightning damage and fire damage, another dual element spec. Well, mostly lighting, like as far as I understood, her fire traps are serving you as a way to bypass some immunities. Like if enemies have lighting immune, you would use fire traps. And there's also like traps that creates corpse explosion, even though it's not powerful as Necromancer, but it still does physical damage, and once again allows you to bypass certain enemies with immunities to your lighting traps. So I'm still thinking about it. The decision of which class I will play is going to happen tomorrow, my final decision. It depends, like, I'm still, like, the thing about playing melee class as a whole, this thing with attack rating that I have shown in one of my previous videos are not really, like, I'm not super excited about this. I'm also not super excited about the fact that when you're playing a Shapeshifter Druid, you receive bonus from, you receive attack speed bonuses only from your weapon, so your Rib Cracker has to be socketed and inserted with Shale Rune or Facet with attack speed, which are incredibly expensive even to this day. I don't know. To me, like, casters are, like, when it comes to melee classes, the only melee classes that I would want to try is, to be honest, like, outside of Shapeshifter Druid, there's another melee class that I would want to try, and that is Zeal Paladin. But for him, I would need to create a Grief. I already have, like, all kinds of runes, except for Mal Rune. I haven't found a Mal Rune yet. So if I will find a Mal Rune, maybe I will play as a Zeal Paladin instead of Shapeshifter Druid. Who knows? So probably 3 classes. Like, I'm strongly thinking about, like, Trapsin. It's gonna be, like, in this order. Trapsin, Shapeshifter Druid, or Zeal Paladin. One of those 3 classes I will select for my future playthroughs. And speaking of future playthroughs, well, next stream is going to happen tomorrow. Once again, the first half of the day. And as far as this stream, it's time to wrap things up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching it. I appreciate your attention, your participation, and if you have missed certain parts of today's stream, you can rewatch them later at your own leisure, either here at this Twitch page channel or hovering over to our MightyBrosky YouTube channel, link to which you'll find in the separate tab section below the Twitch player, where you will find content related to Diablo 2 and more, such as video on demands, highlights, videos discussing and showing various game mechanics, and even more stuff. Also, don't forget that if you want to keep up to date with everything related to the news that we are sharing with all of you, as well as announcing the games that we are planning to play and playing right now, there's a Facebook page for that and Twitter page that we are using. All the links you'll find once again in the separate tab section below the Twitch player. Finally, if you want to show a support any way, shape or form, you can become a follower on this Twitch page channel. You can also subscribe to Twitch channel, as well as become a subscriber on YouTube, leaving a like, sharing the videos, turn the post notification bell on, as well as leaving a comment helps greatly. Also, don't forget that for a monetary support, you can support directly on Patreon for as little as $1 per month. You can have the access for, the access to the 3 exclusive videos per week that I am uploading regularly, and they will come ahead of their planned release schedule for the YouTube channel. So if you want to watch them early, you can do it for, like I've said, for as little as $1 per month. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it for today's stream. Next stream will happen tomorrow, either on the first or the second half of the day. But regardless, for today I am out. My name was Alexander, also on the Sandrievits. I wish you to have a great time of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow with my future character. So stay tuned to that. Peace.